welcome to Movie Dump. This week we it's a mystery episode, so we have no idea what we're going to be watching, and you, the listener, have no idea what you're going to be listening to.
I think we have to explain why it's a mystery episode.
Because you're a douche.
No, it's not because I'm a douche.
I do second that Nick is a douche.
Damn it.
All right, well, last week we watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation, which was god-awful, and you said that you wanted to cleanse the palate.
I had to cleanse the palate, so
Yes.
I had to do a lot of research as to what movie for us to review this week. So
it wasn't something that you already had picked out beforehand. This was something that you just don't know.
'Cause I was under the impression he was going to choose like Super Babies or something like that because you have been talking about that for a while. But evidently it's not that. So.
No, it's not Super Babies. That would have been a good choice actually, and I think Ben said that I was going to do Super Baby. So
well,
you said I was going to do it, and
I said yeah.
And you been accosted me and said, "You're bringing Super Babies, aren't you?" And I said, No. But if I had thought of Super Babies, I probably would have bring it. So
okay, so what did you bring?
All right, so I had to do some thinking about this film here, basically, that we're going to watch this week. So I had to analyze what we did last week, and there were a couple elements. So I had to do the extreme opposite of what we did last week, because last week was so bad. So I needed something that would cleanse the palate. So I went for the exact opposite of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But in order to come to that conclusion, I had to do some math in my head. So here we have
Oklahoma teddy bear cuddle.
No, not even.
That would be a pretty bad one anyway. But
Yeah.
So we had Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which happened out in the country. What is the exact opposite of the country?
The city.
Something with Tim Allen.
Oh God, I have an idea.
Well, you're wrong. It's not the city.
Okay.
Oh.
Good.
It's the universe. It's space.
Oh. Wait, how is that the opposite of the
I don't know. I just did the
of the
math.
country?
I looked it up on Google. They said it
Well,
was
I
the
can see
exact
how they're
opposite.
related. The country is, wide open spaces. So the next logical answer is to go into wide open space.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. Just throwing it out there.
All right.
I'll go with that. I'll follow
So
it.
now that answered part of the question. So the other part of the question was the exact opposite of Leatherface. Any ideas, guys? Any ideas? Dietrich Bader. Dietrich Bader is the exact opposite of Leatherface.
Okay.
All right, and then there was a whole bunch of little teenage girls and teenagers in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So what is the exact opposite of teenagers?
Grown people.
Old people.
No, puppies.
Are we?
So-
wait, hold on.
I
Your line
present
of
to you-
questioning really doesn't make any sense.
Hold on.
As far as
My
train of
friend.
thought.
I had a feeling. I had a feeling it was going to be one of these. I had a feeling.
Is it a monkey movie?
No. It is. Can I get a drum roll? Someone give me a drum roll. It is Space Buddies.
Wow, fuckers! Wow.
Actually, no. You know what? This.
Ow, that hurt.
Mysteries don't feel well.
God damn it!
So,
I thought I was gonna get punched for bringing it.
Yeah, serious.
All right, let's go watch it.
All right. So we're gonna go watch it, and we'll be back, and we'll tell you what we think. So hang tight.
Yeah.
That really hurt.
I guess we're back.
My arm still kind of hurts.
Well, I take it back. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't. Punch Nick worthy.
I think I was taking my anger out from last week on you.
Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, sorry. But so we just watched Space Buddies. It's a Disney film.
It was a very Disney film.
Very Disney film. Definitely geared towards children and really was. Didn't have the adult aspect in it, like a lot of children.
There was almost, I could say for almost 100%, there was nothing appealing to adults in there unless they really like puppies.
This was like a sequel of that whole Air Buddies.
Oh yeah, it was in that whole Air Buddies.
Air Buddies, and then it
franchise.
was like a soccer buddy, and then apparently hooked up and had puppies, and instead of Air Buddy, it became Air Buddies because there was puppies, and then they were like. There were what other buddy films they have? They had
Buddies 2, The Quickening.
I want Pirate Buddies. That'd
Pirate Buddies. Cool. Okay, so if you guys aren't really familiar with what Space Buddy's about, even though the title is probably pretty straightforward. Anyway, it's about a pack of inquisitive golden retrievers who take a trip to the moon, only to realize that there's truly no place like home in this installment of Disney's popular Talking Dogs series. The buddies are back, and this time they're joined by four-legged friends Sputnik and Gravity. Their mission...
Wait a minute, hold on. Gravity is a force of nature. It's not a buddy.
Gravity... Yeah. Anyway, their 5-year mission... their mission, launch plans for a moon landing, then make their way back to planet Earth, blasting through space and dodging asteroids left and right. This furry team of astronauts realize that the only way to accomplish their mission is through friendship and teamwork. Yep, that's a Disney movie right there.
Yep. There's a couple things that are wrong with that synopsis right now, because it wasn't really them that went to the moon. I mean, they went to the moon, but it was like against their will. They didn't want to go to the moon. They just happened to fall asleep in like the little launch airplane thing.
No, did they?
Well, they didn't fall asleep, but they're wrong place, wrong time.
All right, I think their main thing was that, hey, let's go take a look at the spacecraft after, hey, let's stand on this little pad that puts us in space suits.
Well, let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
That is the beginning.
Fair enough.
The whole movie starts off with, we're introduced to the to these puppies and their human owners, which kind of the puppies mimic their human owners in some fashion.
Yeah,
big time.
Yeah. You have Buddha, Butterball, B-Dog, Mudbud, and Rosebud.
There's only one girl dog, right?
There was only one.
Rosebud was the girl.
Rosebud. I kept thinking of Citizen Kane the whole time.
There was the fat dog. There was the rapping dog. Yeah. There was the Zen dog.
Yeah, the Zen dog, which had the Zen owner.
Yeah, and then there was like the dirty dog that liked rolling poo.
Yeah,
and the.
But they couldn't put poo in it, so it'd be
But that was the only dog really that the owner wasn't like the dog, because the house and the owner and all that were very clean, very spotless, and then the dog's just fucking messy as hell.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
That's true.
I mean, this is classic Disney trying to appeal to everybody all at the same time,
but totally missing the adult audience.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
there was not an adult presence in this film. Like really.
No. It was kind of.
There were no parents anywhere.
It was very alarming how these dogs were able. Okay, well,
worst dog owners ever.
Yeah. These dogs follow their owner, their children owners, onto a field trip at a space station / airport.
I sort of got the impression that this wasn't like NASA. This was more like a private enterprise.
No, what was it? It was called Vision
Enterprise.
Vision Enterprise.
It sounded like they were making it so the general public could go up in space and do tours or something like that.
Yes.
So I think it was probably not NASA related.
No, it was supposed to be commercialized space travel, and somehow these dogs, decide to go along with the students on this field trip.
They stow away on the school bus.
They stow away on the school bus.
They didn't have permission slips signed.
No permission slips.
No. And they make their way into the space station, where they find the machine that was able to scan their bodies.
Yeah, like scanned the dog DNA and made a suit. And
made suits for the doggies.
Specifically for them.
Yes.
If these things would have been rabbits, they would have been so screwed. I don't think that thing was programmed to make rabbit suits.
Like, what the fuck is this?
I don't know. Well, it was kind of neat, I guess, because like at least they put some credibility, if you want to call that, into it, where they said they're making these, so it's a manned space flight for the family and their pets.
Yes, and their pets.
Yeah.
So I guess they had dog schematics in there.
But they don't cater to other animals.
Yeah, God forbid they had a parrot.
Yeah.
Now, this is what I don't understand. Why would you bring dogs into space? I mean, if one of those things dropped a load, it would be everywhere. I mean, well, maybe not.
Well, no, it would be fine, because after he does it, he just turns around and eats it.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
No.
Or somebody else's dog eats it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
They're watching out for each other.
There was no dog poo in this at all.
No.
These
I
dogs
don't
didn't
think
have poo.
Disney would have been wanted to promote dog poo in a
No.
movie.
Or maybe it was built into their spacesuits.
There was a yeah.
So yes, the dogs find their way into onto the I guess it was the landing strip or whatever that this spaceship
The runway.
the runway
yeah, I guess.
that the spaceship was on. And the thing that I really I could not get past was this is supposed to be like the new like evolutionary style of travel.
Yeah.
Space travel. So this is a big deal.
Right.
No security.
No security at all.
whatsoever. No one is noticing all these dogs just in spacesuits running up to the spaceship and going inside.
It was a pretty low-key operation,
Yes, I think there was like 4 people out there.
Yeah.
Maybe
most.
it was Casual Friday. I don't know. Maybe they're just
It was bring your dog to work.
bring your dog in a spacesuit to work day. You know, stuff like that.
Yes. So these dogs make their way into the spaceship, and the spaceship takes off, remotely being controlled by what was her name?
Astro.
Astro, a girl down in I guess in
Why did
Central
they give her
Command.
name Astro? That was kind of stupid. She didn't. Like,
Almost
she wasn't a nerd
no,
or anything.
No, almost everyone had like some sort of nickname in there. They, I don't know why. I guess they thought it appealed to kids better.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now, seeing as how I'm 29 years old, I can't really see this from a perspective of a kid, really.
Yeah, it's
anymore.
kind of hard to critique it when it's made specifically for kids.
I could look at this and think that maybe if I was 7 or 8, maybe younger, I would like this. But anywhere older, I would start noticing that this is kind of dumb.
Yeah, I might be kind of into it if I was a kid, especially if I had a dog or something.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, you have a golden retriever.
I do have a golden retriever.
You're a really big dog lover. I think all of us are animal lovers. But you have a spot in your heart for golden retriever.
Yeah, I think the cute factor in this movie did kind of hit really early on, where like I got maybe like 2 minutes into it, like I can't watch it. Can't watch this movie, you guys. It's tugging at the heartstrings already. I can't do it.
He's already tearing up right when Mudbud was rolling around.
Yeah, but then once I saw how redundantly stupid everyone is in this film, I was kind of okay with it. I mean, it made up for a lot of things.
Yeah. So the spaceship takes off, and the dogs are on an adventure in space. They dock with a Russian space station that was.
Well, yeah. Why did they have to go to the space station?
Well, they had to go to the space station because the evil Finkel,
Dr.
Finkel, who is wanting this mission to fail so he could take over the company, sabotages the I guess it's the fuel supply.
Yeah,
he aborted the fueling supply.
He aborted the fuel supply and made it seem like it was complete. So they didn't have enough fuel to make it to the moon, which is their main goal, was to make it to the moon.
Which again goes back to this being like the crappiest space organization known to man.
Exactly.
Which I didn't realize that until the spaceships get into space.
Yes. So they go to the Russian space station, which is supposed to be, I guess it's a secret Russian space station.
Yeah, that was a stupid little point.
They had to.
The fucking Russian space agency just forgot that there was a space station up there. It was
sucks to work for Russia.
It was a cover-up to the cover-up was that this space station fell to Earth and was disintegrated in the atmosphere.
Okay, we think that we can refuel at the old Russian research space station.
Well, the space station disintegrated into the Earth's atmosphere like years ago.
Well, yeah, but you said to check everything, so I checked everything, including the conspiracy websites, which said the station is still in space.
The reason that no one has been able to find the space station is because it's not in its original position. Somehow it has gotten out beyond geostationary orbit.
And one of the Russian cosmonauts, he survived, and he's still living on board alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
when really I guess the Russian space agency just didn't care.
Yeah,
Just
they
like,
just didn't,
whatever.
They just didn't care about it, and they moved the space station out of reach of communications, and no one's ever heard of it since. But apparently, they were able to call this guy up very quickly and say,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, come on over.
Hey, I'm here.
Hello."
Except your flaw with that whole accent thing is the guy sounded Italian half the time. It was like,
Yeah.
yes, welcome to Russia. You get
It's
pizza
me,
pie.
Mario.
American Bonjis, Capilla, how are you?
It was kind of funny, like this Russian that was on the space station.
Well, who played the Russian?
It was Dietrich Bader.
Yes, Dietrich Bader.
Dietrich Bader of Drew Carey fame. And what else was he in? He was
He's been in Bones a couple times.
Was he?
Yeah. He
Okay.
was FBI.
Oh, he's in that outsourced
Yep,
show.
yeah, he's on that new show, Outsourced.
And his most famous role as, I think, the neighbor of...
In Office Space.
In Office Space.
And he was also in the Beverly Hills Beverly
Yeah, it
Hills
was.
movie.
He was
Oh,
Jethro.
he was.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was.
Or no, Jethro was the... who's
No,
the...
he was.
It was Jethro?
He was in the movie.
He was in the movie somewhere.
You may not recognize the guy. He does have a really huge, scraggly beard.
Yes, he looks more like Tom Hanks from Castaway, actually.
Kind of, yeah.
Yes.
He looked
Yeah.
like Grizzly Adams.
Well, it was funny that like they tried to make him so stereotypical Russian, but he couldn't get the accent right.
No.
at all. Like,
None of
he
the
was
Russian
doing,
characters in this movie could get a
Yeah.
Russian accent.
he was doing like the Russian dances and playing the Russian anthem. And,
I really like the first part. The first time that we established this character, he's sitting there conducting his dog,
yeah.
like it's an orchestra, to the tune of the USSR anthem.
I think it's really...
I'm sorry. I'm
not sorry.
I'm thinking back to when Scott and I would shoot spring training baseball. We would pull into Disney to shoot the Braves games, and for some
Blasting the Russian national
reason,
anthem with
we
the
would have the
windows down.
Russian national anthem just blasting with our windows down, pulling up to the media side. Hello.
People would be looking at us, most of the little, people like telling us where to park. Oh yeah, park over there. All right, we parks over there. It's good time. We like park. We haul equipment up, we shoot videos, and we come back.
It's great.
And unpark. So that's what,
Yeah. Back to the movie.
Right. But so I can sort of see why this Russian guy was a little bit crazy.
It was a little
Because who knows how many years? Yeah, who knows how many years he's up there on the space station by himself with a dog.
I'm surprised he didn't eat the dog.
Yeah, he's probably, I don't know. Well, why was the dog there in the first place?
To keep him company.
Well, that's still a
I
stupid
think they just
reason.
forgot to take him back.
Well, why
was the dog conducting
why
science
was he
experiments?
still in the space station? Why did Russia just forget this space station?
I don't know.
Hey Nick, why
They
did
went
the
out. They
dogs
ran out of
talk?
money.
Yeah, why did the dogs talk?
I can
It's
get
a
away.
Disney film. Just go with it.
Why are
I
the kids running around without their parents?
Well, none of the adults or the kids acknowledged that the dogs talk, so I can get away with that. That was kind of like the dogs understand each other.
Although that first scene with or not the first scene, it was the scene where Buddy's owner was going off to school and he does the prayer to him. He says Yamaseh or whatever, and the dog replies back to him.
Hey, did the dog say anything?
Yeah, the dog said this.
Did he say namaste back?
Yeah.
Yep. He was.
Which was kind of weird to me too. Like why namaste? Why?
Isn't that like a yoga thing or something or?
I don't know.
I don't know.
What's religion?
Oh no, not that's. That's where you. That's the praying position and something. I know this actually, but I don't know. Whatever.
We are not educated in religion at
Yeah, I
all.
don't tune into our religion podcast.
It's when you gonna do that thing with your hands in front of your face. That's a namaste.
It was just, it's like they were writing this and they're like, well, let's make this kind of culturally relevant and make them say namaste.
Yes.
Well, I think that's what they were going for. They were going for the
Diversity.
Diversity was the name of the game.
Which is why they had a
little
rapper
too
dog
much.
in it, basically.
God, nobody likes rapper
That
dogs.
rapper dog was annoying. That was like the only dog I wanted to put in the wood chipper.
Yeah, I do not advocate animal cruelty, but on this case, I will turn a blind eye.
That was the stupid dog.
See, I'm not thinking
Wasn't that the dog that got his head rammed into the door?
Yeah.
Yeah. The only bout of animal cruelty in the film.
Must have done it pretty hard, too, because this left an imprint.
Yeah, it left a big, huge imprint.
Usually it takes like a sledgehammer, but,
cast iron door. That was pretty cool.
But the thing that really bugged me about him was, he did, like generic, stupid, I don't even want to call it, like hip hop theme, calling people, yo, dog.
Yeah, well, he had bling.
He had bling. He called people dog. It's like, okay, that's funny the first time. He called the rest of your dogs, but he did it like 13 times in the movie.
It's like, okay, we get it. You're supposed to be a hip-hop dog, and you're talking to dogs, and the slang word for
dog
is dog. So, yay. We
keep saying the word
we
dog.
got it.
Dog.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see him calling anybody G Money.
Nick,
Yeah.
how long did it take to get into this film and finally have our first fart joke?
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah, we had our first dog fart in 15 minutes.
And
Which I forgot, what dog was that? That
was
like
Butterball.
Butterball? Yeah, it was the dog that ate everything.
It was
farts.
It was supposed to be the fat dog that ate everything, and apparently later on you find out that he's dyslexic.
Oh yeah, talk about stereotyping.
Yeah,
I just realized
sheesh.
50% of the movies we watch had blatant fart jokes in it.
Well, you know what? The other things that were stupid is like these dogs were puppies, and yet they still knew what like dyslexia was and what oxygen was.
Again, it's a Disney
They
film.
just knew
Go
these
with it.
things.
Once again, talking dogs.
They knew how to fix the fucking spaceship. That made no sense to me either.
I just like how they fix. Okay, the spaceship. After they get the fuel, when they're on the space, the Russian space.
It just goes from scenario to scenario, everything that you would expect to happen in a space drama.
There's no real climax. There's no real threat, or I mean, the goal is for them to get back to Earth, but it's a very dull story. Again, driven more towards children.
Well,
they don't need a complex story.
Yeah, I think, and it's like one of the things where they're probably sitting there writing it, and they probably have one writer where he's like, all right, we got to put something in there. So let's see. The spaceship goes into an asteroid field, and one just crashes through the wing. And it causes this spiral and a huge explosion, and all these puppies are shitting all over the place, and they're puking, and it's so scary. And the other writer's like, whoa, man.
Well, calm down. Calm down.
This is Disney.
We gotta dial it back. How about one of them's really hungry, and he has to eat broccoli?
I have never been so hungry. I think I might actually have to eat that broccoli to stay alive.
Butterball.
Oh, dude, I can't believe you ate the whole thing. Well, I always said I'd eat broccoli when puppies fly.
That'll be the big drama.
Yeah. That was and that was the drama.
Yeah.
Come on, it's addressing kids' problems of not wanting to eat their vegetables.
Butterball at the last, dying second was like, I'll eat this broccoli.
Yeah. Which there was no point in.
Then there was no point. After he ate the broccoli, he's like, hey, we landed.
Yeah, I know.
I did that for nothing.
Broccoli.
Well, if they I don't know.
If anything, it would teach you just hold on a little bit longer.
Yeah, and eat your broccoli.
And you don't have to eat your broccoli.
This entire film was a conspiracy by broccoli growers.
Yeah. But so they're they get to the space station to fuel up.
Yeah.
And again, the dogs are wandering around, and the first person to actually spot the dogs is Dietrich. And Dietrich Bader and
cosmonaut.
What was his character's name? It was Yuri.
Yuri. Stereotypical Russian name.
Yes. And of course he sees these puppies and thinks that the Americans have sent him new puppy friends to keep him company.
Can you believe it, Sputnik? Our American comrades have given us a surprise gift. 5 fluffy puppies to keep us company here in space. Oh,
Yeah, because
So he
that's
locks-
what
yes.
they do in NASA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. They might not do that in NASA, but they might do that in Vision Enterprises.
where we launch animals into space.
Thank
for
you
no
for
reason.
your $100,000 worth of fuel. Here's some dogs.
Yeah, exactly. So he locks them up in the in the food locker
storage area, yeah.
Because he
storage
wanted
area.
to keep them.
Yeah, he wanted to keep them, and he didn't want them to run around.
But you
and,
can't blame him. I mean, he's had one dog.
Yeah.
You know, he's you know,
Sputnik.
That's
it's really hard to direct an orchestra when you only have one dog in the
yeah.
orchestra. So you know.
Yeah.
I have, and I can understand wanting to lock it up because he's been living with one dog, and then all of a sudden you get like 6 puppies, and you're just like, what the fuck? How am I going to train all these guys to dance?
So I think that was probably like the biggest climax. Is,
How-
these dogs are stuck on a space station. How are they going to get off?
And he already had an epic beard there, so he must have been on that space station
for a long time. Or
more than dog years.
Or he's just a very accomplished beer grower.
Yeah. Well, he could have just gone up there like that. He could have been in a ZZ Top tribute band. We don't know.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I like how Vision Enterprises didn't consult with the Russian space agency at all in this mission.
No, they're just like,
whatever.
Oh yeah, let's go. We have all this extra fuel for some reason.
Yeah.
Well, I think what he was doing up there was he was making fuel. I think he briefly mentioned that while we were laughing.
Is that what that was? I thought
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
a
there's
meth
all
lab.
those-
I thought he had a meth lab. Up
Well,
there.
you know that too.
Yeah.
I mean,
that
would
has, like,
explain why he was
hydroponics.
acting.
I
so
swear to
weird.
God, I'm like, this is straight off of a set of Breaking Bad. What the hell's going on?
Why was there gravity on the space station too? They never said that.
I don't
Don't
know.
worry about it. There's gravity on the spaceship too. There was just a button that said artificial gravity, and everything
The
collapsed.
first scene when you see zero gravity.
That was pretty bad.
That was we were all laughing.
Well, I thought it was
asses
funny.
off.
The only thing that was zero gravity when it went zero gravity was the dog's ears went up,
And then the seatbelts went off, and then they all
and
started.
then they all kind of
like floating around,
whoa!
and it was so awkward because I mean you know that they did those shots probably with on wires. So can you
Probably.
just imagine 5 dogs on wires floating around, having no fucking clue what the hell is going
I
on?
feel so
You're
bad
like,
for those
fuck,
dogs.
I didn't sign up for this.
God, they put those dogs such horrible. I know like the ASPCA like must have monitored this, but come on,
It was,
man.
I was like, what the hell?
Well, who the hell? How are you going to call? Where are you going to get these dogs? You know, you're going to call around and be like, I need 6 dogs to dangle on this wire, and I'm going to fling them around the room. Attach them
In
to a
space
ceiling
suits.
fan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Space
space
suits, yeah.
suits. And it's custom dog-made space
Yeah.
suits.
So Sputnik somehow seduces Yuri. And,
Sputnik was a Russian dog,
Yeah,
right?
Sputnik was the Russian dog.
Okay.
He seduces Yuri and has him fall asleep by giving him a teddy bear and a little blanket.
That was stupid. You know,
That was really stupid. But again, Disney movie.
It's a Disney movie, so you got to
well,
get that.
he
so.
wore him out dancing first. He made him
dance.
That was dumb.
Yeah, and then so Sputnik goes and releases the dogs, and they all go back to the ship.
Voyager.
Voyager.
You're missing a thing in there. Him falling asleep was actually the reason for probably the most exciting moment on the entire movie.
Yes.
And that was when he had this fuel line plugged in to the side of something, and instead of most ships, which I'm sure have some sort of automatic shut off if the pressure builds up.
Yeah.
This is Russia. We don't have no fucking automatic.
Like gas pumps on Earth, even shut
Yeah.
off. But no,
This is not Russia. This one just kept going. Everybody's on the ground is like, this is really getting really high pressure in it.
They're like,
Yuri,
the tanks are filled, but the pressure's still building.
There's fuel spewing out everywhere.
Well, sparks are flying right across
and the whole time that they're up there, they could hear Yuri singing and dancing and talking and everything. But once he falls asleep, you can't hear him snoring until they start trying to call him. They're like, Yuri,
He probably
there's the pressure, and then what the fuck?
You can't trust these Russians for anything.
Goddamn Russians!
I was napping on the job. What the hell? This is stupid.
So the dogs make it back to the ship. They do a little tiny Indiana Jones homage with the broccoli. Barely.
Not that anybody that age probably knows what Indiana Jones is.
Yeah. Well,
3 years later, they'd be like, "Hey,
Wait a minute.
Indiana Jones
Took that from the Space Buddies. What the
Space
heck?
Buddies."
Yeah.
Well, they did a lot. They did a couple of callbacks to Disney films. Not saying
Well, you forgot to
Indiana
mention
Jones is a
that
Disney film.
that the
No.
the most exciting part when after the sparks and crap were flying, the Russian spaceship exploded.
Yes. The Russian spaceship exploded, and what's great is was one of us said, "Oh, that's not good," and right after we said that, Yuri's like, "Oh, that's not good."
Oh, that's yeah.
And then
I think that was you. You're like, "Oh, that's not good." Less than a second later, Yuri's like, "Oh, that's not good."
It's like I already fucking said that, Yuri. Shut up.
I just love that it was so incredibly Disney because the space station exploded and everyone's like, "Oh no!" And then
sitting there, I'm like, "They killed somebody in a Disney movie."
Yuri's little escape pod goes flying out 2 seconds later, not even. So I was like, "Oh, it's okay." It's like the amount of shock they put in this. It's like they want to shock you, but they can't.
It's Disney. They have to be just so inoffensive to anybody because everybody
except dyslexics, because the one dog was dyslexic,
and Jews.
Wait, what?
Oh no!
Oh, that Walt Disney.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah, there was actually a couple of Disney references in there, just random. It felt like they just had to throw it in there just to let you know this is a Disney film, and these are all Disney related. There was
Cool Runnings was in there.
There's Cool Runnings.
Dudes, I saw the Jamaican bobsled team do this.
They try to get one of the puppies out of the food room, whatever.
Yeah. They're trying to get bust the door down, so they put the dog. Butterball.
Feel the rhyme. Come on now,
it's bobsled time. Or however that goes.
Soundbite.
Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. Get on up. It's bobsled time.
God damn it! I gotta
We don't
find
need that, Nick. We just have you.
Yeah. We'll just get John Candy from one of his other films.
Yeah.
Put that in there.
There you go.
What was the
The other one was Space Mountain. Yeah.
This is like riding on Space Mountain.
It feels like my stomach is in my throat. This is like a ride on Space Mountain.
Yay, Disney.
How the fuck do you know how riding on Space Mountain is?
Yeah, I guess because puppies are allowed to go on Space Mountain.
I don't know. Maybe we should watch the other. We should watch the other movies to see if they were on Space Mountain.
I'm pretty sure. Last time I was there, I saw that there was a height limit on Space Mountain.
A leg limit.
I think they didn't really allow pets in there unless it was a seeing eye dog or something, or Pluto.
Yeah. What the hell is a seeing eye dog doing on Space Mountain anyway?
He's narrating. No, see, in Disney World, all dogs can talk. He's narrating. Oh my God, it's so dark out. Oh, if you put your hands up like this, you think you're gonna hit the rails above you, but you're not. You should try it. It's so close. Oh man.
Oh my God, you're missing so much.
There's a little tunnel with a mirror at the end. It makes it look like it's going forever. And
we're in this dark room. You can't see shit.
It's over now.
So the Russian space station blows up. Yuri goes spinning out of control in his little
little escape pod.
Escape pod. Yeah. God, I can't think of these words today.
It's late.
Yeah.
No, we just watched Disney movies.
I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic.
That was really, I think that was the biggest like offensive thing in this movie.
Yeah.
Like seriously, they were so good at catering to make everybody happy, and they just hit the dyslexic joke with one of the dogs, basically.
There's even
it was, they were trying to tell the dog. They were trying to teach the dog how to control the spacesuit because the ship got damaged and Butterball had to go outside.
Yeah, he had to put on his doggy spacesuit.
Yeah, he had to put on his doggy
spacesuit in space in zero gravity and go fix the spaceship.
Yes.
To control your movement, you have 4 small jets. Move your right hind leg, you go back. Move your left hind leg, you go forward. Wiggle your right front paw, you go left. Your left front paw, you go right. Look, you'll be tethered to the ship so you don't float off into outer space. Got it?
Which one is my left paw again?
We're doomed.
What? It's not my fault I'm dyslexic.
Wait, that's after when they got to the moon, right?
Yeah.
We're just going. We're bouncing all over the place,
like a bunch of dogs in zero gravity.
So it was Earth to space station, space station to the moon. And got off and walked around the moon for no reason. Like, they all forgot of all the problems that they had. They're like, hey, let's go out.
Yeah, let's go.
And that's some of the shittiest CGI I think I've seen.
It looked like
6 dogs just slowly bouncing around the moon.
And you could always see they would cut to that shot where it was the CG composite shot where the dogs are bouncing on the moon, and you could see that they did not finish rendering out all the textures because the moon looked very smooth and the dogs were very metallic looking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They looked like inflatable dogs.
Yeah, they did. Yes, but Yuri, the Russian dog, was able to be the first dog to walk on the moon.
One small step for dogs.
Which I think that whole thing was fake. I don't think that was the real moon. No.
Yeah, right. This was filmed in like Houston. They didn't really go to the moon.
You can tell because the shadows are wrong.
Yeah.
The flag wasn't waving.
Yeah.
Well, the other part of like stupid, tension that they tried to put in there was the dogs are hopping around on the moon. And a ferret fucking gets on the radio system that.
Thank you guys. The ferret is owned by the creator of this whole space.
Yeah, like one of the engineers had a ferret.
one of the engineers. It was his pet. It was his assistant.
Yeah,
that lived in his arm sleeve and pocket and all that. And the whole entire movie, this ferret spent the majority of the time sitting next to a big fucking red button. The whole time it would cut to the ferret. You just see this ferret like
press the fucking button,
intently looking at this button, wanting to fucking press it, and we're just like, press the button.
What's really in that ferret's mind, while he was in this movie was, it's the only damn thing I've been ever trained for in my entire life. I'm gonna push the button. Can I push the button? Looks over. Oh damn, I'm not getting the visual cue to push the button.
Press the button.
Oh man, this button is so freaking red. I gotta fucking push the button. Can I push the button?
Can he withstand the temptation to push the button that even now beckons him ever closer? Will he succumb to the maddening urge to eradicate history at the mere push of a single button? The beautiful, shiny button. The jolly, candy-like button. Will he hold out, folks? Can he hold out?
Can I push the button?
Yes. So the ferret
finally pushes the button.
No, does it?
Yeah. He pushes the button. That's the communication button. Yeah. That's what it is.
Oh, I totally missed him actually pushing. Damn it!
We gotta go back and watch.
I gotta go back and watch.
That's nothing. We probably missed a lot in this movie because I think probably at least 65% of the movie we were just fucking around, talking, not really paying attention to it.
We were working on the website.
Yeah, pretty much.
Facebook.
But yeah, the ferret pushes the button so he can let the buddies know that.
So that was a communication button.
Yeah.
That whole time, to do. I thought it was like a
self-destruct button.
I thought it was like the abort mission button. Like he presses it and the buddies blow up. The end of the movie, credits roll. I thought that's what it was.
See, before he hit the button, I was thinking it was like some button he was going to push right at the end to save the day or something like that. Yay, go gravity! You did a swell job there, Gravity, pushing that button and making the retro rockets fire at the same time. Ferret's like.
So he pushes the button to let the buddies know that they're running out of oxygen and they need to get back to the spaceship within 15 minutes.
Yeah, before
or else it'll take off without them.
Yes.
And then there's another moment where they're like, oh no, the buddies are gonna be stranded on. Oh no, they're fine.
Yeah. Yes, and apparently this has now become like worldwide news.
This was so stupid. This whole event happened in a world where absolutely nothing fucking happens, and the world events are, there's some dogs stranded on the moon.
Okay.
I don't know if there's some dogs stranded on the moon.
No terrorist threat.
Honestly, with everything that's going on in the world today, with Chilean miners, UPS being bombed by Yemen. If you heard of a spaceship being hijacked by puppies and landing on the fucking moon and going off for a little stroll,
I guess it'd be impressive.
That would be pretty fucking impressive. I think that would take over precedent over, the Yemen bombing on UPS.
Probably, I guess.
There really was no bombings yet. I don't know.
As this, we publish this and we find out, just fucking massacres happen.
So technically when this is going on is a week from now about, who knows what happens.
Yeah. But yeah.
So we'll put in two. Man, there's never any bombings from Yemen. Oh my God! Did you see that bombing from Yemen? It was... There we go. We got our cover.
There we go. We got it covered. Thanks. Now we're good. All right.
But and they cut around the globe. Every single news station
slingshot around the
news. Yeah, bring back a whale.
But first, they got to invent translucent aluminum.
Man,
all right then. So anyway, after that probe left from destroying Earth, we get back to the Buddies movie.
Yeah, and what's kind of messed up like during that is the Russian dog, which this is another stupid thing. The Russian dog. There was a boy on Earth, or I guess a little Russian boy that owned the Russian dog that is now on the space station.
Which I don't know why.
How, I have no idea. What, the Russian space station?
The backboy was pretty cool because he built this huge freaking monument to his dog, in his front yard.
I'm sorry, but apparently if in Russia you have enough money to build a fucking monument to your dog... Don't you think you have enough money to
get another dog?
And get another fucking dog? I mean, how long?
At least build your own spaceship and go get the dog.
How long was that dog up there? I mean, apparently it was up there for at least over 6 months.
Yeah, that'd be enough for somebody to grow like a 12-inch beard.
Yeah, apparently.
That'd be years.
Yeah.
And all the little kid wanted was his dog to be back home, and
all the dog wanted was to be back home. He's like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, there's the part.
This guy's crazy.
There's the part like they're doing the news story, and they're like, "Oh, there's dogs in space," and the little kid's like, oh, "That's my dog.
That's my dog."
It's whatever the dog's name was. Sputnik. You're an idiot if you name your dog Sputnik.
See, I've got to disagree there. If I had a dog that went to space, he would totally be Sputnik.
It's a Russian dog in space. Come on, that's a perfect name.
If I had a dog, why the hell would I let him go into space anyway?
Look, my dog...
Did they give him like a pension plan or something for this?
Look, my dog that is about 1,500 miles away from here is named Stinky.
I just send Stinky into space.
Stinky would not be good in space. Stinky in an enclosed area is bad.
I want to see like a sub story where like they actually are.
If my dog is up there trying to save people, we're in big trouble. That dog is.
Shut up, Scott.
Stinky.
I want to see like a sub story where there's like the Russian space agency like kidnaps this Russian dog from this little kid and puts him on their own rocket and sends him up into space. So he's the first dogmonaut.
While he's going up there to save his dog, he sees his dog returning back to Earth, flying right by him.
I want to bring up another stupid point.
No,
I'm going to do it.
Okay.
So
back down very easily.
There's part of this film, another little drama moment, basically. This was a little bit after the dog admitted he was dyslexic, that he has to go out and fix the spaceship because the antenna fell off or something. I don't know. So he's out there in space, and he gets stranded out there in space, and then they come up with an idea to save the dog by making him fart. And he would use his methane gas to project himself back into the space shuttle and fix everything. But there's a huge problem here because what they do to get the dog to fart is it's kind of, I guess, the somewhat running joke that they have to pull his paw to make the dog fart. So what do? They have this giant hand come out from the bottom of the spaceship, reach around, grab the dog's paw, and pull it. So the dog farts and he flies back in and gets in there. Why the fuck didn't they just have the big claw go out there and fix the damn antenna in the first place?
My big question is, why in the world is the freaking jetpack directly connected to the air supply inside the spacesuit?
There's a big problem with the design of that. That is a big, huge design.
Let's fire up the rockets. Kibbles and bits.
Oh, shit.
Well, it looks like we're not getting home now.
I think it was pretty accurate. I don't know. The dog fart fills up the entire suit and makes it expand out.
I just love the little line that he said after he farts. He's like, I don't know what you guys' problem is. This isn't that bad.
But isn't everybody...
I don't know. I smell dog farts. They're bad, man.
Yeah, I know.
My dog's farted before. It's really bad.
So he fixed the antenna, and I just love the way that he fixes it. He just gets up to it and boop, like tips it over.
Which when you saw the freaking meteor hit the thing, it obliterated.
Yeah, it obliterated it. It like knocked the thing clear off of it. But apparently, it just
it was
no mechanics to it whatsoever.
It was kind of like when you take a magnet and you put it kind of close to the refrigerator and just kind of snaps the rest of the way.
Yeah,
that was him fixing.
That's exactly what it was.
Evidently, it stopped working because it wasn't properly grounded or something.
Yeah, yeah. The communications came back on. They were able to.
Good luck keeping that on when they're going through re-entry.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm surprised it made it out into orbit anyway.
Yeah. And
it was one of those stick-on CD radio antennas.
Yeah, pretty much.
So they get communications back up and they make their way back to Earth and they land. Everyone's happy. They're the heroes of the day. Dogs in space and our good friend Finkel is found.
All I hear, like whenever I heard his name was Finkel and Einhorn. Finkel and Einhorn. Einhorn and Finkel. From the Ace Ventura movie.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, that one. Soundbite.
Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is a man. Oh my God!
So when we start making T-shirts, we're gonna have the soundbite T-shirt. And
it's just gonna be Nick's face.
Soundbite.
Thumbs up. Yeah. So the kids. Oh yeah. We totally bypassed this. The kids randomly, make their way back.
Kids, no parents.
No parents. The kids make their way back to the to Vision Enterprises and go up to the most inept security guard in the world. It's like, those dogs are our dogs. Like, oh, come on in. Come on in.
Man, I don't know. They shouldn't have even given those dogs back to the kids because obviously they're the worst owners alive. These dogs have already been into space. They're fucking.
The owners take after the parents. Where the fuck are the parents?
I blame the parents on that one. I blame the parents. The parents were nowhere until the very end. Like they were there a little bit in the beginning. And
they were there for the ticker tape parade. That's it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, they had.
Like, yay, we count.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the kids, one of the which kid was it? It was the one they. Which kid?
I don't know.
Which kid?
Sam, I think.
Sam, or okay.
Oh, you're talking about I guess the main kid, the one that had.
Yeah. The main kid that kind of looked like he had Asperger's. Saw that
was a creepy looking kid.
He was.
He had the 1,000-card stare.
Yes. He was a very creepy looking kid. He was
kind of like Damien, I think, from
The Omen.
The Omen.
A little bit.
The new one.
Yeah. He was it was Sam or whatever. He was the owner of Buddha, and that kid was just. All of his lines, all of his delivery for his dialogue was just so weird.
Oh, touching moment at the beginning of the movie, like where he made a wish on the star, and I don't remember the fuck he wished for because I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But the dog wished for, I want everything that you wish to come true.
Yeah. And apparently...
tears are coming.
Yeah,
there they come.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Because when your dog's sitting there, that's what they're wishing.
Yeah, right.
No, they're not. They're like, I want bacon.
I want to lick my balls.
I want bacon. I want to scratch my nuts. That's it. I pretty much want what you want. Exactly.
Dead and I'm going to roll in it.
Yeah. So the kids find out that Finkel's the one that's behind the sabotage of the whole mission, and apparently there's no evidence needed to convict anyone.
Yeah, it's like, hey, bad guy.
He's a bad guy.
Stranger danger.
Yeah.
He touched my boob.
Good news, I was only trying to blow up dogs.
Is that true? Yes. All right, we'll arrest him.
Yeah. So the kids, whatever. Yeah, the movie's over. The movie's fucking over.
They threw the shittiest ticker tape parade at the end of 6 people. So what do you think of the movie overall? That was pretty much it.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. It was a very simple Disney film.
It was a movie meant for kids, and that's who it targeted, and in that respect, it was very successful.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think any film like this should have some parts in there that are geared towards parents. Because
it would help.
It would help. It would help for the parents to be there and be able to watch.
They don't want their parents to bond with their kids.
I sort of block this in with the comatose movies. This is a movie that shut up kids. You put them in front of the TV and walk away, and you have an hour and a half to smoke pot or something. Come back
You're gonna be a
completely
fantastic
stoned. You're fine.
They come back and watch the movie. They're like, "This is the best movie."
You're like, "Oh my God, why-
I don't have
you're
kids,
watching-
by the way. So
Like, Daddy, why are you watching it again? Shut up! This is a great movie.
a dog's floating in space. It's awesome.
I want to float in space.
Hey, pull my finger.
Yeah. For what it was.
Was it a poorly made movie?
No, it was. I mean, it was.
I thought it was pretty good.
It was actually pretty well shot. Well, I should say it was fantastic.
It has a Disney budget. It has
It was like
it has
$8
an
million budget.
it has an okay cast. I mean, the actors were pretty decent. The only one I really had a problem with was the one Buddha's owner, Sam, I guess his name was. That was the only kid I really. Actually, no.
I don't
Hip-hop
like
kid.
the rapper kid.
Hip-hop, oh my
Dog.
God. Oh, I wanted to push him in front of a bus.
Yeah.
Oh, that kid annoyed me.
It would have been nice to see like something get hit.
I wanted to give him some street cred and shoot him. But yeah, I mean, besides those two, I mean, this is a pretty decent film for what it was. I mean, it was a good film. This is something I would definitely show kids.
I think,
I'd say, yeah. Well, I mean, it's Disney. It's not
Yeah.
offensive to anybody, and it's
Except for the dyslexia.
yeah.
Yeah,
Except
there
for the
was
dyslexic.
there was some good like lighting techniques I think they had in there. Like they
Production
used some
quality
gels and
wasn't
stuff.
bad.
Well, I mean,
Except-
it goes back to Disney. You know, it's
the story,
the
like-
CGI stuff was crap, but you know.
The only problem I had with production was post production, the editing. There were some really jarring cuts that they.
I think I was I know what you're talking about. I saw like parts of them that was kind of weirdly cut, but I kind of
there was some where they would just go from like a wide shot medium, wide shot medium, wide shot medium for no reason.
It's like they kind of had to do that just to because all these puppies really look the same except for like one had a bow in her hair, and they all had the same suit, so they kind of had to like do that to make it feel like you're looking at different dogs.
Yeah, but the only way that the one shot that they did was they had the close up with the one dog framed up in the center,
Yeah.
talking, and then they cut to another dog,
Yeah.
with the same exact frame. It's another close up with the dog framed up in the center, and that was a very jarring because I mean you could tell it wasn't the same dog. But like the shots, it just looked like it was like almost like a jump cut a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you could tell that it wasn't the same dog.
That didn't really happen that many times
No.
in the movie.
No, I mean,
mostly just the space
yeah.
station, and I can't
Yeah,
remember.
there was enough spots in there that were just like, whoa, hey, hold on here.
Yeah.
That was
I
a
mean,
little.
it's
that was a little weird.
like again, I'll say it's a Disney film, and you know Disney's very good at what they do. They sort of pump stuff out of the Disney clone factor. And
I guess
there you go.
being an editor and like and looking at this shit all the time, you start getting very critical about shit. You're like, hey, wait a minute. You're not allowed to do that.
Continuity.
Continuity.
Yeah. I think the storyline. I mean, storyline sucked.
Storyline was very weak.
Astoundingly boring. No sort of
dogs
major
find their
conflict
way
at
into a
all.
spaceship, go out into space, then they come back. There's no real.
You know what? It was exactly like a high school, or not even high school. It was like a third grader wrote it because he's like, all right, I've got a dog, and a dog goes to the space field and
it was for kids by kids.
Yeah, they get on a space shuttle and they go into space, and then they go to a space station, and then something happens, and then they go to the moon, and then they get back on it, and then they go and there's an asteroid field, and then they land. The end.
Stop it, Ben. I'm getting to that.
I'm gonna make you say it.
I'm gonna say it.
I'm gonna make you say it.
I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, so it was a decent film.
Was this an actual shitty movie? Would you proclaim this to be a shitty movie?
No.
No?
No.
Because it's for kids?
It's for kids, and it's good for what it did. Like, okay, going back to Garbage Pail Kids, that was supposed to be
shitty.
That was supposed to be made for kids, and that was a shitty film.
Yeah.
Like, I could at least see myself looking at this saying, you know what, if I had kids, I would, they would enjoy it, and I think I would enjoy them enjoying it.
Yeah.
Plus, it would be out of my hair.
Yeah.
But the aftermath of that film, because there's a lot of little...
Because then they're all going to want a dog, and you're like, no, you're not getting a dog. You want someone in space.
That, and then they're all going to start, like, quoting the movie.
You can't get a dog, you'll poke your eye out.
Poke your eye out, kid.
I don't know if I would... I kind of agree with you. I don't know if I would call it a shitty movie.
No.
It's a tolerable movie.
It's a tolerable movie. Yeah.
It's not shitty, but the premise is shit. The premise is completely redundantly stupid.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
It's fucking dogs that go into space. That's stupid. But it wasn't. This wasn't like
but
shitty.
They talk.
Yeah.
Technically, the Russians did send a dog into space, and it was the first living thing to go into space.
I think it was kind of an interesting thing because they use like CGI to make the dogs like talking and stuff like that, but they didn't. Why do you think they'd use live action dogs and just instead have made this entirely CGI movie?
Cheaper.
You think?
Way cheaper.
Yeah, probably.
CGI, you don't want to mess with that stuff.
Yeah, well, you still have to pay. You do actually have to pay the dogs.
Interesting.
You pay the dogs and you pay the owners and the trainers for them.
I don't know if it was the same guy, but the people that supplied the dogs, it said it was Steve Martin. And I wonder if this is like the jerk Steve Martin.
Well, check it out. Check it out.
I don't have my computer here.
You have your iPhone.
No,
you should have been doing that while we were watching the movie. I thought you were already doing it.
Too late now.
We'll put this on the audience. You know, if you want to find out if it's Steve Martin's actual dog.
Yeah, is it the actual Steve?
And then send us an email at youthrewpoo@me.com. Because that's our email address.
I love that email address.
Youthrewpoo. I can spell it right this week. YOUTHREWPOO@me.com.
Very good, Nick. Very good. Very good.
And I did not laugh this time.
That's true.
Because I spent the whole week just laughing at that damn thing. editing last week's podcast. I just kept going over that one part.
Yeah. All right, so Scott, what do you think? Shitty movie or non-shitty movie?
I'm sort of agreeing with you guys. I mean, I didn't especially like for kids, I'd say it's not a shitty movie, but to me, it was a shitty movie. It was boring. It was pointless. I wasn't completely amused by it that much.
Yeah.
It really did. I'm going to give it a 6.
You're going to give it a 6?
Yeah. It's very neutral.
Yeah.
I didn't especially like it, but it's not, crap for what it is. So.
I'd probably go for a 6 also, I guess. That sounds fair.
I would actually give this a I'd have to go on the other side and say 4. I give it a 4.
Yeah. All right. So next week.
Next week, I'm feeling a little nostalgic, so I wanted to go back to one of the films that I liked as a kid and see if I still like it now as an adult.
What's that?
It is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3: Turtles in Time.
Was that the actual subtitle of that one?
Yes, it was.
That's one where they went back to Asia or
Samurai times. Yeah, that was.
Yes. Went back to feudal Japan.
I only watched that movie a couple of times. That was.
I don't remember.
That
much
was the Dream is Dead movie for me.
I was a big Turtles fan, and I don't know.
Oh yeah, who wasn't?
Yeah. But I don't know if I was just such a big fan that I saw this movie and just put the blinders on. I'm like, no, it's good. It's good. I love it. It's good.
No, you just bought the box set, so I watch it, right?
But I haven't watched that particular one, and I want to say it's almost been 10 years. So I want to see how 10 years later, after going to film school and everything, if it still holds up.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that'll be a good one, I guess.
That's pretty mainstream. You can find that one pretty easily.
Yeah.
So,
it's
all good.
Yeah. Well, I want to kind of talk about news from this week.
Oh, really? What would you like to talk about? I think I know what you're talking about, but yeah.
Yes. This week, something very. Fuck you, Nick. This had nothing to do with
Nick,
you. Something that kind of is near and dear to Scott and our hearts. Sci-Fi Network has officially canceled the Battlestar Galactica prequel spinoff show Caprica.
Capra who?
Caprica.
Capricock.
Is that a pasta or something?
Yeah,
no.
Sort of. Bow ties. Sort of.
Yes. The remaining 5 episodes are set to air at the first quarter of 2011. So any of you that are following this after last week's...
When did you say 2007?
No, 2011.
Oh, okay.
I might have said 2007. I don't know. But after last week's little cliffhanger, we have to wait until probably February of 2011 to actually see the last final 5 episodes.
Fuckers! Excuse me.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yes. And
something in my throat there.
The executive VP of Sci-Fi, Mark Stern, has cited that it is due to low ratings and not the actual acting or story or production value of the show. So I guess they just didn't get the fan following that Battlestar Galactica got.
Evidently not. I mean, the show is terrific. I mean,
It's a totally different realm than Battlestar. Battlestar Galactica was more of an action-packed show. This one is a drama show. It's all about the start of the Cylons.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's really good. I enjoy watching it. The only thing is that I really hate about it is that they keep splitting the series or the seasons up, and by the time they restart it, I've forgotten it's actually still going on.
Yeah, because this was technically supposed to be the second season, but they decided, let's split up the first season into 2 parts.
Right.
So you have like halfway through the first season, and they stopped it around March. Or something.
March.
And it wasn't supposed to actually start back up until 2011, but they decided to push it forward, and we started up early, but.
And then halfway through that, they're like, let's not show the last couple of episodes until when it was supposed to start originally, and then. That just messes everything up, and then you wonder why it has low ratings, because nobody knows when it's on.
Exactly. But Scott, don't be sad about the boxing of Caprica.
Okay.
See what I did? The boxing.
I have no clue what the hell you guys are talking about.
Just sit there and enjoy it.
I have no fucking clue. Somebody please email us and tell me why I should watch this show.
It's a fucking great show. It's a fucking great show, and it was not given its due.
Exactly.
Yes. There's a spin-off show in the works.
Oh, really?
Another
Which
spin-off
one is
show.
that?
It is going to be called Battlestar Galactica Blood and Chrome.
That sounds like a shitty, fan-made movie.
I'm not really keen on the.
It really sounds like
Blood and Chrome.
Sounds like a monster truck rally sort of kind.
It kind of does. It kind of does.
What does Chrome have to do with?
Well, I will tell you.
Just replay Dome with Star. You got Battle Dome Galactica, Blood and Chrome.
It is set to take place.
We'll jump over school buses on fire, filled with quadriplegic retards.
And dyslexic puppies.
And dyslexic puppies.
Yes. It is set to take place during the first Cylon Wars, with a young Adama as the lead. Recently graduated from the academy and sent to his newest assignment aboard the new Battlestar of the Galactic Fleet, the Galactica.
Oh, I like where this is going. It's sort of the series that'll bridge the gap between Caprica. And, the Battlestar series, which will be...
Yes. The only downfall about this is that Ron Moore has not really officially said that he is on board for this project.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, it's kind of a J.J. Abrams Star Trek type of feel. They're going back and showing you, where the original crew began.
I think it's... I like this concept. I'll watch it. It's...
Yeah.
Since watching the entire... I sort of ended up, watching Battlestar Galactica sort of late, so I watched a lot.
I got you into it, yeah.
You bastard. No, totally worth it. I'd say if you haven't watched it, you should go and watch it again.
Yeah.
But I watched it almost back to back to back, except for the last season where we sort of had a Galactica party for the last episode. But anyway, nerdy crap.
Yeah. Our little nerdgasm right there. But yeah, I just thought I wanted to bring that up because it when I heard that I was like, what the fuck? Seriously, that's just shit. That's just big shit.
Yeah, that sucks. Real bad.
Yeah.
They named the Dark Knight movie.
Yeah.
Oh, they did.
What
Dark Knight Rising, I think.
Was it what?
Dark Knight Rising.
Did they announce the villain yet? Because I know that it was
they announced who the villain would not be. They said it's not going to be the Riddler.
Oh, okay. So the announcement of who it's not going to be was the rumored of who it was going to be.
What?
It was rumored that the Riddler was going to be
talking in weird.
Yeah, there was rumor that the Riddler was. Yeah, maybe it will be the Riddler in the end. Ooh, who knows? Yeah, they announced that it's not that Riddler is not going to be the villain, and I don't know. So who knows what the internet community is going to buzz up now? I know there was a strong buzz that Killer Croc would be a villain actually in this, and in some scenes, because part of it takes place in Louisiana that they're filming, or New Orleans, something like that.
Okay, yeah, there's a good chance of that then.
I don't know. Might be an ancillary villain or something. I don't know. That's it. That's all I got.
I think they should bring in the Mad Hatter.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Why not?
So that's it for this week. Next week, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, Turtles in Time. We'll see if it still holds up today as it was back then.
Yep.
But for now, I'm Ben.
I am Scott Jägermeisterfish.
Oh, God.
That's right, Jägermeisterfish.
And I'm Nick Brown, and please don't shoot your puppies into space.
Yes.
Yep, that's bad.
Yeah. Bye.
We're having fun most every night when that old moon